If you've ever cried, smiled, or screamed at a love story, this channel is for you. Subscribe and live every emotion. The scene opens with the melancholic rhythm of rain against the school windows, setting a tone of quiet unease. The parent-teacher meetings are over, leaving only Maya Turner and Cole Harris in the dimly lit classroom. The empty desks and flickering lights amplify the tension as Maya senses something deeply personal behind Cole's hesitant demeanor. Cole's voice wavers as he begins, his words heavy with unspoken meaning. He mentions Maya's son, not in concern over grades or behavior, but something far more unsettling. The boy, withdrawn and quiet since his father's death, has said something impossible, something about that tragic night that only an eyewitness could know. As Maya's pulse quickens, fragments of memory flash, her son's strange drawings, his haunted silence, the unanswered questions surrounding Mark's death. Then Cole closes his laptop, looks into her eyes, and drops the truth like a bomb. I was there that night. Maya's breath catches, fear and disbelief colliding, and just before the screen fades to black, the title appears, signaling that everything she thought she knew is about to unravel. Maya Turner drifts through her days like a shadow of who she once was. Two jobs keep her afloat, but not alive. Her grief hides behind forced smiles, her exhaustion buried under routine. Every corner of her home whispers Mark's absence, untouched belongings, frozen memories, and a silence that feels like punishment. Ethan, her 8-year-old son, mirrors her buried pain. Once bright and talkative, he now lives in drawings, dark, unsettling sketches that reflect nightmares he can't explain. School is Maya's last hope for him, and Cole Harris, his gentle teacher, seems to genuinely care. Yet something in Cole's eyes unsettles her. Parents whisper about Cole's past, a scandal, a resignation, details blurred by gossip. Maya brushes it off until subtle moments draw her attention. Cole's unease around Ethan, the lingering guilt in his glances. Then Ethan's chilling bedtime words shatter her composure. Mr. Harris said he used to know Daddy. When Cole calls Maya late one evening, his voice trembles with urgency. She senses danger but agrees to meet, her motherly concern for Ethan overriding fear. In the dim classroom, Cole's pale, shaking form unsettles her. His eyes hold desperation, the kind that comes from carrying unbearable secrets. Cole reveals a past he'd buried. Before becoming a teacher, he worked on the construction site where Mark Turner died. His words strike like thunder. It wasn't an accident. The truth unravels as he describes witnessing an argument between Mark and another man. Silenced afterward by threats from the site supervisor, Maya's chest tightens, her world shattering under the weight of revelation. For 2 years, she's drowned in guilt for being late that night, unaware that Mark's death was no accident. Meanwhile, Ethan's haunting drawings of a man and scaffolding echo Cole's confession, hinting at memories too dark for a child to hold. Maya's mind spirals into chaos. Sleep eludes her, and her days blur between anxious research and restless grief. At work, mistakes pile up as she pores over old police files late into the night. What once looked like an accident now screams cover-up, misplaced evidence, altered timelines, missing statements. Cole becomes both her anchor and her torment. They meet secretly, driven by shared guilt and growing emotional tension. Late-night conversations turn intimate, boundaries blur, and whispers begin circulating through the neighborhood and school. Every stolen glance from Cole carries something heavy: remorse, longing, and a desperate need for redemption. Then comes Cole's devastating confession. He knew Mark personally. He tells Maya how Mark once mentored him, giving him a second chance after a reckless driving charge, the same night of the fatal accident. Maya's heart fractures. She doesn't know whether to hate him for his secrets or thank him for his honesty. Determined to uncover the truth, Maya tracks down Ralph Dempsey, the retired site manager who vanished after Mark's death. Their meeting crackles with tension. Ralph's bravado crumbles the moment she mentions Cole's name. Cornered, he confesses that Mark had uncovered an illegal cost-cutting scheme and was silenced before exposing it. Then Ralph reveals the twist that shatters Maya's assumptions. Cole wasn't responsible. He had tried to save Mark. He was there, pulling him away from the collapsing scaffold, risking his life. The guilt that's consumed Cole for years wasn't from wrongdoing, but from failing to prevent tragedy despite his desperate attempt. Rushing to the school, Maya finds Cole preparing to resign, convinced she despises him. Her voice shakes as she plays Ralph's confession, the truth echoing between them. Tears fall, walls break, forgiveness blooms. When Ethan appears clutching his drawing, his father saved by a shadowed man, Maya finally understands. That savior was Cole. Maya's strength returns with purpose as she and Cole hand the recording to the authorities. The investigation unravels the construction company's corruption, exposing years of deceit. Ralph confesses, and Mark's death is finally reclassified as manslaughter. For the first time in 2 years, Maya breathes without the sting of guilt. Though Cole is cleared of blame, the fallout stains his reputation. The school board suspends him pending review. Maya refuses to stay silent. She stands before the town, her voice steady as she declares, "He didn't just teach my son. He taught us both how to face the truth." The community begins to see Maya not as a fragile widow, but as a woman of courage and conviction. Cole, burdened yet humbled, prepares to leave town quietly. But Maya stops him, not out of romance, but out of gratitude and hope. "Stay," she says softly, "for Ethan." And this time, Cole does. The memorial garden glows softly in the afternoon sun, the air heavy with remembrance yet tinged with healing. Maya watches Ethan kneel by the engraved stone bearing his father's name, his small hands carefully setting a white flower beneath it. For the first time, his face holds serenity instead of pain. A few steps away, Cole lingers in quiet hesitation, unsure if his presence belongs here. The guilt he's carried has begun to fade, replaced by humility and fragile hope. Ethan turns, his voice gentle yet sure. "Mr. Harris, Dad would have liked you." The words strike deeper than forgiveness, their absolution. Maya's eyes meet Cole's, a shared understanding passing between them, grief transformed into grace. As the camera slowly pans out, her voice breaks the silence. Sometimes the truth doesn't destroy you. It rebuilds you, piece by piece, until you finally remember how to breathe. Leaves rustle softly, closing the story in peace.